Hi everybody, it's Michelle, and in this video I wanted to do a run through of the month of November in my Hobonichi, which I took apart and put into a Filofax. And these are actually here in my archive book now. I pulled them out of the other A5 domino and put them in here, and I'm sorry I didn't realize this was going to be so pink. It's all pink on pink, but let's get started. So this was the 1st of November here. I think I went over this on the last video, and it's, the Day of the Dead, and I just kind of decorated for the Day of the Dead with some printouts from the computer and some stickers. These actually came out of a Happy Meal from McDonald's from the movie, The Book of Life, and I saved all those stickers that the kids got in their Happy Meals, and I just drew in some flowers. These were my archive little calendars that I was testing out for my pocket Filofax that I just stuck in there. And on the 2nd, let's see, I had several things that I printed out from the computer just with fall themes to cover up the quotes. Down here at the bottom, I did that, just some drawing and my pictures of just whatever was going on that day. And I did start to do what I did today, and this just came off my list of tasks for the day and the things that I actually did get done. Moving on, more stickers. I found these at Dollar Tree. Planners, I was working on more dividers for the pocket Filofax and doing the watercolors to put online for a download. And this is actually, oh, it's not done. This is actually one of the page markers that I printed out. The next day, you see, I stopped doing the edging, excuse me, on my papers, because it just became a pain in the butt, and I just stopped doing it. I was having a hard time keeping up. I changed totally from, if you look at these pages, you can see it's so different from the way that I used to do my Hobonichi pages, because I used to keep a lot of notes mostly on each day and just kind of doodle. And I moved from that when I stopped doing this into just trying to do more decorating, more of a visual journal. But this was election day, so I just wrote about that. Who won the governor's race? My Dollar Tree haul. It poured down rain that night, and I took a picture with my camera outside, and it's so dark you can hardly even see what was going on that day. The kids had an appointment. I just journaled about the appointment behind the card from the doctor's office. This day here, working on my setup and my planner. It rained all day again. We had a very rainy week that week, so there was not much else to do that day. I just kind of drew for that day. Same for this. We had tacos that day. It was my TV night. Just put some washi tape on here and stickers. I was starting to have a hard time finding things to put in the book. The next day on the 7th, it was a Friday, same thing, just some pictures of some things that I saw on Instagram and that I printed out that I liked, some of the way that some of these Hobonichis are set up, and just more washi tape and stickers. On the Saturday, I just took some pictures of some of the projects we had going, and this little Minnie Mouse that my husband and my grandson bought for my granddaughter when they went shopping that day. My book that I started reading. I started reading the Immortals After Dark series again this day. I've already read it probably more than once, and I just started reading the series over from the beginning. I just stuck in, like, this was paper from a notepad. It's more stickers, drawing. The next day, not much really going on besides the book. I've been trying to figure out my whole planner situation and what I want to use and testing things out. So that's what I've been working on mostly, probably this last month or so. And then this is just a cutout, from the pamphlet that comes with the Hobonichi. On this side, I got all of my planners organized this day, this Monday. I cleaned up my whole work table, reorganized everything, Got my planners all on the shelf, and I have too many. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those planners. And then this was something that came in. I got a Tandy flyer that day, and they have these journal kits that you can buy now, which I really like, and I just cut that out and put it in here to something to think about if I want to buy one of those kits. The next day here was Veterans Day, and I did do a Target haul video that day, so I put that picture in here. I just decorated, you know, for Veterans Day, and this is my grandson in his Batman mask. He believes he's Batman now. The next day we had a cold front come through, and it got really cold. And you see, that was the only thing I had to write about that day, though. And I used some stamps. These are some of the stamps that I got from Target the day before. Just that little $1 stamp kit with all the coats and stuff for the cold day. The next day was still cold. We had a very cold week this week, which was unusual for us. I mean, it got down to below freezing this day. I was working on my bullet journal, working on this Hobonichi. It was my TV night. Just put some stickers and some more stamping. The next day is Friday, and I had nothing to write about that day. Just one big picture that I drew on there. Saturday, same thing, a cutout from the Hobonichi pamphlet. My stickers. I did switch out and I put all my stickers in a large binder now so that I can get to them easier. My new book that I'm reading. On the Sunday, this was a cutout from a notepad that I got at Target. I don't know if you guys recognize that if you went to the dollar spot, but I just cut the bottom part off, rounded the corners, and stuck it in there because it was still cold. And this is a picture that I snapped of, it was something in a catalog that was at my mother's that day, and they're gloves with little pom-poms on the end, which I thought was really cute. And I just took a picture because I didn't want to forget, because I might try to make those. And then the new book I started. On this Monday, it was still cold, still down to 32 degrees. And I was still working on my planners, just did a little journaling. I had gone shopping with my grandson after he got out of school that day, and finally went and got a haircut, which he only will go to get a haircut maybe about every 4 or 5 months, and it gets really long, and so we had to take a picture of his haircut that day. The next day, nothing to write about. I just cut something out from a notepad, which is the same one as this, and it's the little Olaf notepad from Frozen that I got at Target. The next day, this was a picture that I had watercolored in my Hobonichi Papers book. I just took a sheet out from that and tested out my watercolors because I did get new watercolors. And I don't have them here, but I have the watercolor pencils. But then I ordered the Prismacolor watercolor pencils, the large 36 count in the tin. And so I was testing those out. And I ordered this planner, which I don't know why, but I did that day, and I was still working on some setups for my Hobonichi and just other planner stuff and some washi tape. Thursday again, TV night, How to Get Away with Murder. I put this picture, I started cutting out pictures from my Entertainment Weekly magazines, and just anything I can find to cut out now. I find myself saving things that come in the newspaper, things that come in the mail, to see if there's things that I can cut out from there and put in the book. This Friday, my grandson had a procedure to have ear tubes put in again. It's the second time, so we took him to go do that. And he came home that day and acted like nothing ever happened, so, which was great. He's playing with his sister. And these are just cutouts from another notepad. I think I got these at Dollar Tree. And I just cut out that section that had all the teacups. And the weather did warm up that day finally. We had a cold week. The next day, I just stuck on one of the sticky notes that I got from Target. And this is a cutout from a Target flyer that came in the mail. I like this bag. I thought it was really cool. So I stuck it in here, the new book I'm reading. And here's another picture from my camera that's outside in the front of my house. It was pouring down rain. It was like torrential rain. It felt like a hurricane blew through here. We had so much rain for a long time. It rained for a long time, just poured. Next page was the Sunday. Another sticky note that I put on here, which I glued these down because they don't really stick. So I use my glue stick. I use this I keep here from a Smashbook. And I just open that up, glue it right there. Very, very convenient. This was a notepad that I had cut apart. I think these came from either Target or Walmart. Pretty sure Target, probably. And this is another thing that came out of the Tandy flyer that came in the mail. And it is an iPad case, which is really cool. We used to make iPad cases, my husband and I, but none like this. They were sleeves, and this is like a sleeve with a flap on it, with a little clasp, and they're very nice. I like that kit a lot. The next day, another cutout from the, I must have gotten a new Tandy thing in the mail that Saturday, because this was a new flyer that came in the mail. This was another little wallet, passport wallet kit that they have, which is very nice too. I thought that would make like a great, maybe little faux Midori type item. So I put that in there. Then I just did some drawing. I've been doing some drawing in my little Miguel Ruiz, the A6 size, and I did the same drawing in that book, and then I just recreated it here. And I discovered, this is when I decided on this day that for the new year, I'm not going to be using the Hobonichi. The Tomo River paper, even though it's very nice, it's just not for me. We've had a bad relationship because I've had so much problem with smearing, the ink smearing, my Coletto ink smeared. Also, I have gone, when I've gone back through this book to look at the former pages, I noticed that I had a lot of smearing, even my ballpoint inks through the back. And this book has not gotten wet. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's just, so I've decided that I'm not going to do it, because when I drew this picture, I used the black Sharpie pen. Well, I use a pencil, just a regular pencil, draw it out in pencil, and then go over it with the black Sharpie pen, and then erase the pencil from underneath it. In my other notebook, or any other paper that I've used, I can go right back and erase, and I don't have a problem. With this, when I went back to erase, it smeared all my Sharpie ink, and I gave it just as much, if not more, time to dry than I did in the other books, but it still smeared my ink on the page, and so I wasn't happy with that. So I just drew that in. The next day was the Tuesday, and I was still working on all my books, trying to get things organized. This was a cutout from the Target ad, and it's a Tom's journal. They're carrying Tom's for Target now, and it's a leather binder that's a journal, and it's really nice. And this is just my drawing that day with my pumpkin. Oh, I did watch Dancing with Stars, the finale. I had to write that in because I got sucked in this season. I had to watch. More stickers. The next day, which was the day before Thanksgiving, I had already put all these stickers. I put these stickers in ahead of time. Whenever I bought them, I went ahead and decorated in advance. But the only thing that really happened that day was we had a new baby. My niece had her baby girl that night before Thanksgiving. Adorable. And I haven't seen her yet because they live on the other side of Austin, so they're pretty far away. The next day was Thanksgiving, And I had already decorated for Thanksgiving, you know, with my cutouts from the computer and with stickers. And this was my drawing from my other little notebook that I had. I just took a picture of that, the book I started reading, and just one little picture of my granddaughter from that day at Thanksgiving. That was her smile. She didn't have a very good smile. Sorry, my phone's ringing in the background, but I'm not going to stop the camera. This is the Friday, which was Black Friday here in the U.S. and maybe other places, I'm not sure. I don't go out and do shopping on Black Friday. I never have, and I don't think I probably ever will. I do my shopping online. So I did do a lot of Christmas shopping on Amazon that day. And I pretty much got everything done. I still ordered a few more things throughout this week, but I think I'm done now. So everything comes in the mail for me. I didn't get anything done though, just the shopping and reading. The next day on the 29th, I made these, or I listed these on the blog. And it is, I'm going to have to go grab it because I don't have it here with me, and I'll show you guys what it is. I'm going to pause the camera. I'll be right back. Now, this is my little A6 size journal. It's the Miguel Ruiz, and it's the grid paper with the Hobonichi cover. And I have the cover on top of there. And I just stuck this in here because I've just been drawing in this book. Doing my sketching. Just different things. But this is the A6 size pencil board. And I just made some with watercolor. I drew it out and watercolored it. And so it's got a front and a back. And it fits the A6 size. It's for Christmas. And I put these on the blog. They're free download if anybody's interested and they just want a little Christmassy type of pencil board for their book for the holidays. Now, I do recommend if you do download it to use cardstock or at least 24-pound paper, if not 28-pound paper, and of course laminate it. And then all you have to do when you print it out, you'll see that there's a pencil line all the way around. Just cut it from this side along the pencil line and then run it through your laminator and then of course cut it out from your laminating sheet and you're good to go. I think there's 2 on there. No, I'm not sure. I know I printed out 2. So that's that. I got new washi tape in the mail. It's just the thin strip ones. I had waited for these a long time because I think they came from Taiwan. So it took me about 3 or 4 weeks to get those in the mail. And I also ordered, I don't know why I did this, but I did. I ordered another Hobonichi. It's not a real Hobonichi. It's the one from Taiwan. And I'm trying to stick my pen in here. Hang on. The one from Taiwan. I ordered one in the A5 size. And I ordered 2 in the B6 size. Now, I know that the A5 size has the months and it has the 1 day, a day per page. It does not have weeks in there, which I don't think that I want to use for this next year anyway. And then the B6 size, I actually ordered 2 of those, and they are both the day or 2 days on 1 page. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of did that on mistake. I thought I was ordering a day per page, but we'll see how it goes. I can't really give an opinion of them until I actually see them and have them in my hand. But I'm hoping that I like the paper better than this and that I can do more with the paper. Now, I'm not going to use, I know the A5, I'm not going to use it as a planner. That's just not going to happen. If anything, I'll do the same thing and just do like a journal. But you see, this is the 29th because this is the book I usually work out of where I have my blank pages. Here's the 30th, and that is as far as I've gotten. Today is December the 5th, and I am that far behind. I have absolutely nothing on these pages. I just have not felt like working in this book. So my thoughts on having a day per page, I'm not so sure about that for next year. It's a lot of pressure to get them done every day. And then anxiety when you get behind. So I'm testing out something different right now. That's it for November. Let me put this away. This is going to have my entire year of 2014. All of my planner sheets that were A5 or a little larger are going in here. Now I'm testing out I was using, I know this is a flip through, but I'm just going to show you guys real quick, because I'm going to do a separate video going through the actual setups of these and what I'm thinking about doing with them. But, I was using this for a little bit. It's the pocket size cover story. Beautiful, but I also have the personal size. So I had moved my bullet journal into here. This is what I've been using for about 3 weeks now. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep using it or if I'm going to use it just for certain things. And I've been tinkering and toying around with Midori style. And that's what I'm testing out now. And this is also the same thing, but it is made more like a book with chipboard. But it's the same premise. It's still all the elastics and all the books in here with the band that closes it. And I have different sizes that I made so far. This is an A5 size. This is a smaller just for the Cahiers, the Moleskine Cahiers. And this is a little bit bigger because it fits the Cahiers. And also these really cheap composition books that I got at Walmart. They're not the standard size composition books. They're the smaller ones. And they're a little bit bigger than the Cahiers. So I made this a little bit bigger just to kind of accommodate that. So that's what I'm working on now. But if you have any questions about my flip through on my Hobonichi, just put it down below and I will get back to you guys. That's it for this flip through video. You guys have a great day and I will see you next time.